NAVFAC Mariana's commanding officer Captain Peter Lynch and JIGPO Colonel Steve Maravilla gave an update on the status of buildup-related contracts for the military buildup today to the Society of American Military Engineers. Captain Lynch explained that the signing of the programmatic agreement has freed up construction on a large chunk of buildup-related projects.
There's $1 billion of money that's already been appropriated. When I say appropriated, it's both from the U.S. Congress and the Japanese Diet. So there's $1 billion between Japanese fiscal year 09 and 10 projects that are already appropriated.
Some of the projects that have been freed up after the signing of the PA include the Navy working dog kennels and the uniform and tango wharfs. There's also a Japanese-funded clinic on Naval Base Guam that will be closing bidding on Monday. There are other projects down the pike as well, and some will be awarded in the next 30 days, with others during the summer.
Having the programmatic agreement signed allows us to move forward, so we're not going to have to delay any of these proposals. We're not planning to delay any of the award amounts. So to me, and I'm sure to you, that's exciting news, and that's a good news story for all of us that are involved in the construction world.
But the biggest question on everyone's mind is what the effect of the triple disasters will have on Japan's ability to fund the military buildup.
There was some testimony yesterday in front of the House Armed Services Committee, and the answer from the Deputy Secretary of Defense was, we haven't heard they're not going to give the money, but right now we haven't discussed it with them because they want to take, and we want them to take care of their #1 issue right now, which is the disaster. We're not going to go in there right now where they're trying to figure out how to save their people and talk to them about what we want.
The funding for Guam's northern wastewater treatment plant was to come from Japan. It was slated for inclusion in Japan's fiscal year 2011 budget. However, that budget won't be voted on until April, and by then, there's no telling what, if any, changes will be made to Japan's budget, especially in the wake of the disasters.
That money has not been authorized yet. The Japanese Diet's still working through their process, and again, I think there are some questions that will have to be answered on how the disaster affects what their budget's going to look like in 11.
Without major improvements to the northern wastewater treatment plant, Guam's wastewater system will be over-inundated by the buildup, so the U.S. EPA has required that the buildup does not exceed Guam's capacity. This means the buildup can't proceed without the improvements to the northern wastewater treatment plant. Also, there are still questions about the FRF, or Futenma Replacement Facility in Okinawa. The U.S. has said that if they can't move Futenma to the northern part of Okinawa, there will be no movement of Marines to Guam.
The Marine Corps wants to have tangible progress before they start moving forces over here. There is some agreement now in the DoD, I think, on what the definition of tangible progress is, but I believe it'll just slow us down a little bit.
Do you have a date in mind for moving the first-year Marines here?
I don't, sir. I don't have the date on that. There's a couple of things that will affect that. FRF affects that, and as well as progress of building the infrastructure here.